Well, we got another fifth wheel stuck in the mud here. I think this is the fourth rig I've seen get stuck. It's just too muddy for these big rigs. You gotta get out and walk it first. Looks like he's making phone calls. Well, the tow truck has showed up. He's gonna winch him out. It looks like he's pulling out a winch line. It's just so muddy that the truck can't get close. So he's staying out on the road. And I'm gonna try to winch him out. See how he does. 5 for 500 bucks. Yeah, I'm not sure what his approach is here. Oh, he's tugging him. He's actually hooked on, the winch line is hooked onto the truck that's towing the trailer, so he's pulling the truck back. It looks like he's done this before. He's getting him right out, no problem. I think the owner of the truck and trailer is in the truck itself, probably assisting, having it in reverse. It is a four-wheel drive truck, he said. Just needs to get him out to some solid ground. Looks like he's undoing the winch line, and the guy is on solid enough ground. He's able to back up the trailer. Just got into a real soft spot. Looks like he's going to wind up his winch line and get out of the way, and that truck should be able to pull out. I'm sure they'll stick around to make sure he gets to the main road. But he wasn't that far off the road. Oh, jackknife. Hey, look at that. I think he's gonna make it. Well, that was a quick 500 bucks for the tow truck driver. I'm pretty sure this is the same tow truck that I saw pull out another fifth wheel a couple days ago. He must be local. Yeah, he's out. $500 later. Head over to some solid ground, guys. There he goes, quick and effective. Guy knows what he's doing, and here comes another trailer coming in. Another guy to get stuck. Oh dear, and all these guys that are getting stuck are all four-wheel drive. This one is the one I saw drive by when the other RV got towed away. I had an inkling to jump out in the road and warn them, and here they are. This is just buried in muck. Whole story here, this guy tried to help, got stuck too. Another truck over here tried to help and got stuck, but was able to get towed out. There's a tow truck here. There's a whole situation. Well, that didn't take long. I ran back to camp real quick. I thought I was going to come back down and see all the action, but they got him out already. That guy is good. That was the main one that was stuck there, the trailer. He's out. All the other trucks are out. Problem is that ground is all tore up now. I'm going to be able to use that when it's dried up. So this guy is actually going to pull back in there and try to camp there. Oh, you are out, dude. Stay on the main road and go find a dry spot. Are you gonna camp in the mud? I don't get it. So I rode my motorcycle out to the end of the road where this big mud puddle was with the intention of just checking to see if anyone was stuck. I had been out the day before and thought, yeah, that's a good place for people to get stuck. And sure enough, this morning, this guy was here. Got his SUV stuck the night before. It's a four-wheel drive SUV. He thought he could make it through. And, of course, got stuck there. So what he ended up doing was walking up the road a ways. It was already getting dark, and someone happened to be driving on the road. So they gave him a ride back to his house. He's semi-local. picked up his pickup truck, came back the next morning to try to recover his SUV, but he's all alone. So he was just trying to tow it out with the truck and not have anyone in the SUV hitting the gas. He was really struggling, so I got off my bike, went and chatted with him. We decided I'd hop in the pickup truck, he'd hop in the SUV. I was able to tow him right out. And then he was going to drive the truck back home, pick up a friend, and come back and get the SUV back home as well. So yeah, you can really get yourself in a mess out here. All right, we got him out. He's on his own here, so I was able to hop in the truck so he could give it gas on this. It's pretty soupy there, but he's able to get out. Glad I came down here. I don't think he would have got it on his own. Hey everyone, well I appreciate you checking this one out. So what's the moral of the story here? So we're just not being entertained by people getting stuck in the mud. The recurring theme, I talked to most of these people that got stuck. I think I witnessed 9 people that were actually stuck. One of them, it was a school bus. It was pretty much abandoned. I don't know how long they had left it there, and then someone finally came out and recovered it. I think it was the same tow truck driver. So I didn't talk to them, but I talked to most of the others. And the recurring theme was, man, I have been out here so many times before in this exact spot. I've camped here at this time of year. And that's where everyone is going wrong. And I'm guilty of it myself. I came out here prematurely. If I had to do it over again, I would not be up here. But I got lucky. I found a dry spot, so here I am. There are a few other campers here that were able to find dry spots, and they're good. So I think a lot of these people are coming in and seeing us safely parked off the side of the road and just assuming it's all good. There's no signage, no gates or anything on this particular forest road, so it's up to the person coming in here to figure it out for themselves. So like I said, most of these people are like, oh, I've camped in this exact spot this time of year in previous years and never had a problem. This year has been an abnormal, this year and the year prior, the winter, has been one of the most abnormal out west for excessive snowfall and rainfall. So it is going to be an excessively muddy spring. There's always a mud season around here, but this year it's going to be really bad, and it's going to extend longer than it ever has. Usually around here, mud season is over about early April, mid-April. This year, I'm forecasting that it's going to go well into June before a lot of this is dried up. I could be wrong, maybe mid-May, but definitely right now, I would not recommend anyone coming up into the higher elevations of the forest of northern Arizona. I just got done watching Matt's Off-Road Recovery on YouTube. He's up in Utah and experiencing the same thing there. He is just, it's an excessively muddy mud season. So that is something to be aware of. What can we do to be proactive about this? Call your Forest Service offices. If you're going to the Kaibab National Forest, the Coconino National Forest, they all have offices in multiple locations. You can call, get information, find out the conditions of the roads. I should have done that. I was going on word from somebody I know that's on the road, and they had found a dry spot, so I kind of just took that as like, oh, everything's all good. If I had to do it over again, I definitely would not be up here. So that's like my little bit on that. And again, do not be weary about calling your Forest Service. Dispersed camping, boondocking on public land and national forest is totally legal. You don't need to be sneaky about it with the Forest Service. You can call them up and say, hey, I'm looking to go dispersed camping. That's typically the term they use rather than boondocking. Say, hey, I'm looking to go dispersed camping out in the national forest. I know it's been a wet winter. I'm inquiring about the conditions of the forest roads, and they will be more than happy to assist you, point you in the right direction, and tell you which areas are closed or suspect as being too muddy to camp. So that's my little spiel on that. Don't get stuck out there, guys. Be safe, and we'll see you in the next video soon. Take care. Peace.